My name's Dillon. I'm from Boise, Idaho, USA. So this is actually my second time coming on a mission trip with White Privateer. The first time I ever heard about White Privateer was my sister. She started doing it for probably like 4 or 5 years ago. She's came 4 times and she started just telling me about like the sex trade and sex trafficking in the Philippines. And I started hearing about it and not really knowing what to think about it, but I felt like a pull in my heart to come and like be a part of it. And the Lord opened a door for me to go. And so I went earlier in 2018. It's just crazy. It just broke my heart. And the Lord literally just did so many things within my heart, like seeing the sex trade over here and like hearing sex trade from the States, like it's not what you think it is. And like my mind and like the way I saw it, just everything shifted. And so Kenny had told me about a men's trip that was happening, and I just felt so pulled in my heart and in my spirit to come and be a part of this mission with other men, and like knowing the role that men have in this and like how important it is for men to be a part of the process of like being honoring towards women who are in the sex trade and like being on the streets and just loving them and looking them as like a created being instead of an object. Like there's just so much power behind that. And so I felt such a call in my heart and my spirit since the first time I went. It just cut me so deep, and the Lord placed a place like in my heart for these women so deeply that I knew that the Lord was calling me to come back. And so the Lord opened a door, and here I am, I'm back. By being in the presence of like the Holy Spirit and just coming here and just having your presence here, it's literally like you're doing so much. And so it's like, it's not what I can do, it's what God can do through me by me just abiding in His presence. And so He's just been on this process of really just undoing my heart and showing me like what love looks like and showing my role in like loving and honoring women. The doors being open for Holy Spirit to just come and move into these hearts of men. I remember when I was here last time, I sat down with one of the guys in the bars, and the Lord just filled me up with so much joy for this man that was there engaging in the sex trafficking. Like I started just talking with him, and he opened the door and asked me like, what are you doing here? And I started telling him about what White Privateer does. And I remember I just started pouring into him about just everything that we do and the kingdom aspect of it. And he started to get convicted in his heart, and he goes, I actually don't know what I'm even doing here. And he took he had a huge wad of cash and like threw it all on the bar, and he left. And I walked out of the bar, and he was telling 3 other men like what we were doing in there. Being present on the street and just loving, like simply loving. Like there's literally no agenda to it. Like we just go and just love and make a presence in the street. And so I just see revival in like men's hearts, and also just honoring women and looking at them as like a daughter of God and not an object. And with that, I see like creative miracles happening too. Like people getting healed in the bars. Like I keep getting a vision of like someone's left knee literally kind of crippled, and like cartilage might be messed up in it. And like we're gonna go lay hands on their knee, and they're gonna be healed. And like just people beginning to walk in their spiritual gifts and anointings. And yeah, I just see so much for this trip, so I'm excited. A lot of times men, especially me, I experience like, oh, what is my role in this, like coming on a mission trip like this? And the enemy will literally try to feed you that lie because he doesn't want you to come. So if you feel any pull like to come, or like even just a heart for just loving, just simply loving people, like come, because God is going to use you. Like just by you being a carrier of love, God is going to use it to transform lives. And like it's nothing that you can do on your own. Like Holy Spirit will literally come and use you to like move in love. And so yeah, I just encourage men to just rise up. God is going to heal. He wants to heal your heart, their hearts. He wants to heal all of us. And so just say yes to Jesus, and He wants you to be here. Yeah, I just encourage men to rise up and just come and be a part of this movement. Like you're needed. People need you. Jesus wants to use you on this street. So.